What's up, guys? Welcome to What a Drag podcast. I'm your host, Josh, and this is my co-host, Pena, and we're going to be talking to you guys today about the live-action One Piece and the fact that we just got a whole list of new people of the new season for the cast.
First of all, what's your thoughts on the live-action One Piece?
I mean, man, I was super excited about it personally. I thought they did a pretty good job with the cast. I mean, everybody really fit the character, you know what I mean? Usopp was on point, Nami was on point, Luffy was on point. I love Zoro's character. I mean, Zoro's one of my faves, obviously, but it's still I'm having trouble thinking of a character they didn't actually nail. Like, they really got the vibe, the look, everything I kind of wanted. Probably my biggest gripe was the fact that they spoiled Garp so soon, but like, I get it to an extent.
Yeah, it was weird for them to go ahead and introduce Garp on East Blue Saga within the first 8 episodes of the live action. He doesn't really show up as a main character or like a side character way later in the story, but they made it work out, and I think they did it mostly because in Western media there's always the 2 different storylines, with the main characters taking the priority storyline and then like maybe a cop character or an investigating character's plot B. But they made it work out, and Garp's character is really good. Kobe was a standout character for season 1. Also shout out to the actor that played Zeph, who was a really good character in season 1 as well. I hope we get to see them in season 2. I think they're confirmed for at least 1 or 2 episodes in season 2.
Yeah, man, I think they definitely I think that's definitely going to happen, and then it's going to allow Garp kind of to get back to what he was already going on in the anime and the manga. But I do think they really just had to do that. I mean, Garp's a standout character, and they're reworking it in a way that, you know, I mean, the live action, there's no way the live action can stand up to the length and time that the show and the manga have been through. So it needs to be very condensed. It's not going to be as similar. There's going to be many differences because they're condensing so much. So they're weaving a little bit different of a story that basically is the same story, just told in a shorter summary, if you will. And that's what I believe. And I mean, I was happy, but at the same time I was mad because, like, for instance, you know, Emmanuel and I think even Cam, my buddy Cam, they were both watching One Piece and they got spoiled on Garp too soon.
Yeah.
After I had finally convinced them to get into the anime, man. But then you also got I got a buddy, Connor. He does not watch anime, will not. I've never been able to get him to, but he loves the live action One Piece, and I think it was a goofy, great show. And especially with just where we're at with CGI and special effects and all that, I think it's really the perfect time for us to finally have a show live action for One Piece, because one, really a lot of live actions issues are with the special effects, with what we get from the anime, and trying to transition that into real life. It's hard for them to bring that into the film, so we're getting to a point where that's becoming easier. And especially with One Piece is such a freaking wacky, crazy series that it is very hard to do. And I mean, we obviously saw, you know, a lot of the moves and stuff had to be a little more simplified and laid out a little differently, but I think they're doing a really good job so far, and I've been very happy that Oda was working directly with them as well, because I think that really helped keep it on track for where it needs to be.
How over the top and wacky the One Piece world is, just in the anime, I'm surprised it translated pretty decently to live action. Like, some of the devil fruits will get pretty crazy during season 2. I hope we get to see more fleshed out characters. Like, they were tame with the main cast for season 1. We didn't get too much of Zoro's gags, or they should be able to explore that more and just show more of the characters. They're crazy wacky in the anime, and they toned it down a lot just to make it more realistic and to ease in the audience into the One Piece world more. I'm excited to see how they do Smoker.
Right.
The special effects for Smoker and making it look realistic
Exactly.
don't know.
I'm thinking he's gonna be looking similar to like Captain Marvel or uh the Johnny Blaze from like Fantastic Four, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be something similar to that, and I hope they really get it down well. Because it is gonna be hard for them to do that, I think. But
Mm.
we'll see, dude. We'll see. I have a lot of hope. I mean, look at like for instance, I thought they kind of killed Buggy, man, and he got some
Really?
pretty wacky ability. I didn't, that it didn't go as crazy as in the anime, which obviously, but it went crazier than I thought that they were going to be able to do with how like wild his ability is being, all chopped up. So
Mhm.
I think I think there's a lot of hope for that. Hmm.
Think we'll see him in Logtown for at least 1 or 2 episodes in season 2. But what do you think of that new cast lineup that they announced a few days ago for the second season of One Piece?
So I really don't know too much about it. Um, obviously we were talking about the what's his name, David. You looked up the freaking pronunciation the other day.
I need to read it. We need to pull it up.
Dalsmakian.
That sounds right.
No, it was Dalsmakian or something like that, dude.
He's the guy who's played Polka Dot Man in the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to see him in One Piece because he's known for usually playing one of the more wacky or weird, obscure characters in movies.
Okay. Because I just know the Dot Man. I just know the Dot
Yeah,
Man.
Polka Dot Man is probably his most, like, most people have seen that if they've seen the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Um, his acting chops are there, so I'm excited to see him play Mr. 3 for the Alabasta arc.
I hope so, man, because honestly, I have no clue. Like I do not have much info on the guy, and that does give me hope because really he got to nail him good because obviously Mr. 3 is going to be, we get to see him multiple other times throughout the series. So we definitely need to have him on a done well. And now who's the next one?
Cameron Johnson as Mr. 5.
Okay, okay. Dude, I can't even remember what was Mr. Five's abilities.
Got some
Was
like
he
exploding ability.
exploding?
Yeah. Do you want
Did
the
it deal with his palms?
no, do you want the full spoiler that I can remember off the top of my head?
No, no, we can't do that to them. And I
But
will say he does fit the description. You know what I mean? He has a whole similar style. And just looking him up right here, says he's known for Quiz Lady as Trav. I have no clue. Oh, he was in Batwoman, which I have not seen, but he was Batwing. He was Batwing, dude.
okay.
Yeah, and honestly, the picture they have of it looks kind of sick. Check that out.
Oh wow.
Right?
Yeah, I'm hoping the
Dude.
costume department was on point for season 1, so they should be able to make good costumes for season 2 similar to how the anime and manga look. But I think his duo that he's paired up with is Miss Valentine. I don't know. I don't know if we should be talking about the devil fruits.
Man, I don't know. I don't think we should be throwing spoilers,
Okay.
especially if if there's some like folks who don't know the story yet, and they're just like, I like this live action.
It's gonna get these
We
are
can't
very
be those
minor
people.
spoilers.
We
All right.
can't be those people.
I'm sorry. No more spoilers from this point on.
But Miss Valentine, she definitely is wacko. She's kind of a
She's an eccentric character. It's like she's over the top wacky. She's stuck up, she's in your face, and she thinks she's better than you. So hopefully she Jaslyn? Sorry.
Jazera Jaslyn.
Okay.
So this is what it says she's known for. She was Jane Swan in The Professionals. No clue. Lioness. She was Miranda Hugo. She was in Warrior. Eliza Pendleton. I need to watch that still. That looks phenomenal. That, on another note, does look phenomenal. Show Warrior. But, I mean, she definitely, again, they're definitely going for looks for sure. And I think they're hitting the right folks.
I think the most important part for this character is to make sure you get the comedic relief, right? She's more of a comedy character than anything.
She is.
Like she's just there to like.
She ain't got nothing going on. Like she ain't really taking nobody out. She ain't
Yeah.
a big threat, if you
She's
will.
not a big threat. She's more of just yeah. She's there to make the audience laugh. So hopefully she's good at like comedy characters that are not too serious about themselves.
I mean,
And she's able to do that right.
I will say, based on what I see, what she's been in, it seems like they seem more serious. So we'll get to see if she has a more silly side and like, you know, what do they call it? They can do multiple. But whatever. Anyways, next guy. What do we got?
Daniel Lasker as Mr. Nine. And I don't remember too much about Mr. Nine from the anime or the manga. He had very little roles in the story.
It's just been too long for me.
Been so long. I know he was introduced right after they got into the Grand Line. He's one of the first Baroque agents introduced. I hope he has a good dynamic with Vivi. Whoever Vivi is going to be played with is going to be really important as well. But they haven't announced it yet. But it's going to be a big role for the season. That's the real big announcement we're waiting for. But
yeah. Dude, they haven't announced any of the bigger characters. I mean, I guess we got Smoker. We got some of them, but not some of the real big characters, I'd say. But it's nice to see where they're heading. You know what I mean?
See, all these cast members, they look like solid picks for the anime or the live action. And they look just like the anime characters. So I'm just hoping for the best. And I hope they do it justice.
I do too, man. Because, I mean, they're definitely, they have the look down. And it's going to be like season 1, I think, where they definitely hit the look. But it's like, hey, you know, where's the acting? Which hopefully it's good. And that's why I think partially too, Chopper kind of concerns me, because I think Chopper's probably going to be more of a little kid.
Yeah, Chopper's
and it could be an Aang situation like Avatar.
That's the scariest part of season 2. If they don't do Chopper right, it's going to be a few bad episodes. They should. I don't know. They're going to have a voice actor for Chopper, but I don't know if they're going to go the puppet route where they have like a Muppet for Chopper, or if they're going to go straight CGI, kind of like Detective Pikachu for Chopper. There's so many different routes they can take, and you can do it either really, really well or really, really bad on any of those options.
My best guess is they're going to try to make it like Sonic. Possibly.
I haven't really seen Sonic. I've seen the trailers, but does it look good?
It looks decent. Much better than the original that they were planning on going with. The redid one, it looks much cleaner, much sleeker. But I do hope they do a little more justice than that. Because it's still decent. You know, it's decent.
If they do CGI, I hope it's to that level where it's really clean and it's believable too.
The problem is Chopper's going to be a long-standing part of the show, so
yeah, he's a big character.
Too pricey, most likely. They can't go too pricey because it's not like, hey, we just got him for one episode.
It would be crazy if they did him like Looney Tunes style.
Like Looney Tunes Space Jam. Crazy.
That would be nice.
I could see Oda doing that.
I would love that.
Him wanting to do that.
I would love that. That would get wacky, but One Piece and season 2 is about to go crazy.
That would be wild if you just had the anime version of Chopper in there instead of getting an actor.
And just have the regular voice actor from the One Piece dub.
That'd be hilarious. Definitely not going to happen, but it would be hilarious. It'd be like
I would love that to happen.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit, man? I love Who Framed Roger Rabbit. It's freaking dope. But it's from back in the day. We ain't had nothing like that recently, really. I mean, I guess the most recent is Space Jam. Yeah, so I mean, I could see it happening, but I don't think it will. I don't think that's.
No, I'm hoping for
it. They're definitely going to make something.
It will be perfect.
Look at the Fishman.
The Fishman looked really nice.
They did.
But Chopper is going to be way more difficult than the Fishman.
And because he changes, dude.
Yes, he goes from deer form to like little chopper form to big monster chopper form. It's crazy. It's too many different levels.
I can't wait to see it. So I think the best, I think it's definitely going to be like a Sonic thing. But we need to get back on the rest of the cast, dude. We need to get back on the rest of the cast. And who's this guy? So
Clive Russell.
Clive Russell is Crocus. I got his IMDb pulled up. He was Captain Tanner in Sherlock Holmes, which was pretty nice. I like Sherlock Holmes. It wasn't the best of movies, but it was
I've
a
never seen
decent.
it.
You never watched?
Mm.
No, but he played it. He played in a few. I mean, he definitely got to look. For instance, he definitely. I hope he really goes bald. I hope he don't just put it on a thing. I hope he really goes bald for the role. That's what I'm hoping. I want to see that. I want to see like the viral videos recently where they have you seen that?
No.
I've seen this, bro. For people that are like balding. It's like barber, hey, I got you. And then instead of doing a fade, they do like a back of the head fade, right? So
no.
that
Sounds terrible.
Dude, you just see the beard, and you just see like this part of their head just faded with hair.
That's not
Everything else is bald, bro. People was in the comments like, oh no, it looks kind of clean, bro. It looks kind of clean to me.
Nah.
I'm like, get out of here.
Yeah, he should be good for season 2, but he's that type of character who he's always serious, but he's not really serious.
Right.
Because you see him, and I don't want to do any spoilers anymore.
Don't keep doing spoilers.
Okay.
We'll just say we hope. We hope and we pray.
Hope for the best.
And the ones that I'm really excited about, dude, are Froggy and Dory, dude.
Froggy and Dory should be fun. They should have good fight scenes.
All I'll say is obviously Giants, if you've seen, it's going to be epic. And it should be at the beginning of the season. That's one of the best parts. That I'm looking forward to. I really cannot wait. I will say, I really do hope that the actors hold up. I don't know about the guy here. What's his name?
Brendan Murray.
I don't know about him yet.
I don't know anything about any of these actors right here.
Sean
Brendan Murray,
whatever.
playing
So it says he was
Broggy.
in The Warrior as well, which I still need to watch. And he's also known for Raised by Wolves.
These are the characters that need to bring the energy for the One Piece live action. Whenever we meet them, they need to be like bigger than life.
Okay. I will say, look, he does give the vibes. He just doesn't have as like long of a head, I guess.
Okay, I could see it.
You know what I mean? I guess I can.
We just
see
gotta
him getting there for sure.
Give
Yeah, I
him some
think he
crazy
could fill the
costume
role.
changes. Yeah,
And we'll see about the other guy, Warner
Coatser.
Oatser. He's going to be playing Dory.
2 really great characters that we get to meet at Little Garden. I'm hoping they do Little Garden really well. I don't know how they're gonna be able to do some of the animation for that.
Well, the best thing about Little Garden is it's not that big. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's not like they have too big a scale to worry about. So I think it's definitely going to be pretty nice. Dude, they already got in the guy for Dory.
Mm-hmm.
Known for One Piece. Dory. So hopefully he's pretty good. It says he's in Deep Waters. DIEPE Waters.
Yeah. I don't know what
as an
that
actor
is.
and Get Round Met Rugby.
Nope.
Splits. Never heard. Which obviously, sometimes that's the way it is. But I'm hoping we can see these guys really kill those rules. I'm intrigued to see how they scale that. You know what I mean? How they get them to be giants.
I haven't seen Lord of the Rings in a long time, but I think it's probably going to be something similar to that, where they film the characters and then just make them either bigger or smaller for the screen. It's going to be weird. It's going to be different. I don't know how big they're going to make them too. Like are they going to be
scale
size
are
of
we
a
really
mountain?
going to think of? Because I mean, they are supposed to be some of the more like savage giants, around. So they're well. No spoilers again. I don't want to get too deep into that. I talk crap about everyone who wants to spoil me, so I can't be sitting here trying to spoil y'all.
So next cast member that was announced out of the 11, the Smoker was announced to be played by Callum Kerr.
Yeah, Callum.
He looks like he can play the part. But I think
definitely got the look. Like
I said, you just got to paint his hair white, get rid of the beard,
and he got that strong jaw already.
I think all he needs is the.
Hey, dude, look at him. Just throw a cigar in his mouth.
Yeah, throw a cigarette, and then
cigar.
Cigar.
Got
My
to
bad.
be a cigar. He ain't Sanji, man.
He needs 2 cigars.
When
Two
he's
cigars
when he's
and-
really heated.
Yeah, he's gonna be an important character for season 2.
So he played Wade Sterling's in The Monarch. And then he played Christopher Foxworth in Flowers in the Attic: The Origin. Zombo. He was in a show called Zombo. Dude, they be making just everything crazy nowadays. Just whatever, don't they?
Biggest thing with Smoker is probably as long as they do the CGI right and the smoke right for his Logia Devil Fruit. And as long as he has a few good fight scenes, he should be good.
It really is going to come down to how they transition his power, because I think as well he is going to be our first Logia, so that's going to determine a lot of how the rest of the series looks.
First Logia episode 1, it's gonna have to be a big episode. You got to do everything right that episode.
Is it episode 1?
Has to be episode 1 because Logtown is next.
Well, yeah, and it says, like, for instance, the next one, the actor for Tashigi, it says she only does 1 episode as well.
Okay. And then Tashigi will be played by Julia Raywold.
Gorgeous.
I agree. Biggest dynamic for her will probably be how her and Zoro, those characters mix together on screen.
Yeah, and I really hope she captures Tashigi well, because that's one of the better parts about when they do get to Logtown and meet them and stuff. And then it kind of solidifies too, because it's funny because Smoker is like super, he's like, I'm chasing you down, Luffy. I think that is going to be a big part of her role there, and I think that really needs to go down right, which definitely it being 1 episode, I hope they don't rush it too much.
Yeah, it may say 1 episode right there, but it might change. I imagine with Smoker and Tashigi it changes.
And it could, because we don't even have the full cast released yet. So that you never know where it is going to go. And then once we finally get into the Grand Line, we also know who is going to reprise the roles of Dalton and freaking what's his face?
Wapol.
Yeah, Wapol. Chomp, 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 chomp.
Well, I don't know how they're gonna do his fruit, his ability.
That's another one too, man.
It's probably one of the wackiest ones of the season.
I mean, it's one of the wackiest ones I've seen in general, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still, there's a reason why he can still be in contention later down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because he got such a crazy fruit.
Yeah, he's just Mr. Big Mouth.
And he's a dirtbag.
He's a dirtbag.
Wapol.
We hate Wapol. We don't like him.
We're not down with Wapol.
Wapol is not for the people.
Dalton is for the people. Depending, the makeup's really going to come together too for Wapol, man. It has to. Because, I mean, I can see this guy, but I don't know. This Rob Coletti.
He has to be over the top. He has to be on point, and he has to be funny on screen while being super annoying.
Oh, that's a lot to ask.
I think I've read a little bit about the IMDb for this guy, and he has like a theater background, so I'm not really too concerned about how he'll portray the character. But I have high hopes.
Because I did really enjoy the first season, truly. I didn't know how I was going to feel. And, there were definitely changes that I was kind of like, I wanted to roll my eyes and, give the finger. But at the end of the day, got to be realistic on what we're getting. And honestly, I think it's one of the best live actions I've gotten into. I think the first season really worked. Because like I said, I got buddies who... my buddy Connor and his dad even watched it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, dude, he was loving the live action.
See?
Watched the whole thing.
That's a really good sign, because then I think it'll lead more people to go to the actual series. At this point, the series is so long, I recommend you read it over watch the anime if you're concerned about time.
The real contention too is because I mean, we grew up on the original. But they are, if they really are going to do this reanimation and redo it all as well, it might even be better to read it, and then just, if you want to watch it, watch that instead, because the chances are animation will be better. But I don't know. I'm kind of concerned a little bit. I'm 50-50, but because what I'm saying, if I never really watched it, I might be like, hey, I just can't do the old one, guys. I love this new one. I could see that aspect of, you know, or getting into that spot if I never had. But we grew up on that show. You know, we grew up on the original show. So I think for me, you know, at the end of the day, I'd always probably come back to the original.
I'm the same way. I'll always go back to the original. I still keep up with the manga week to week. I'm happy to have the live action there, and it's a good supplement to the One Piece story and a good way for me to introduce the One Piece story to people that have never seen it before or are scared to get into 1,000 episodes, 1,000 chapters, or anything like that. It's a good stepping stone, and by itself, it's a good product. It's a good season by itself. So you could just watch one season and just wait for the next one.
But I think is that all the cast?
Yeah, that's all the cast that's been announced so far. So 11 new cast members for season 2. They have not announced some of our fan favorites, the big heavy hitters for season 2 yet. So hopefully we get that in the next few weeks, because I can't wait to see who they decide to pick for that.
Chopper and Vivi,
Chopper, Vivi are big fan favorites that we're looking forward to.
And Ace.
Robin,
yes.
Crocodile. You need a good Crocodile to make season 2 work.
You do.